Welcome to my Demon Souls playthrough. Now, I decided to do this mostly because I wanted to put a playthrough up on my channel, and I thought that since a lot of my subscribers are Dark Souls, in fact all of them, from Dark Souls, I thought this would kind of go well, since it's practically the same game, other than much older. Now, my plans for this playthrough are pretty much just to try and play no shield. As for further objectives, nothing much. I will definitely not be trying to do the pure Black World tendency playthrough that Biscuit decided to suggest, because I don't want to be one-shotted by absolutely everything. In fact, I don't really plan on manipulating world tendency at all. Okay, so I'm going to start by making my character, which I'm going to fast forward, and I will speak to you again after I've done that.
King Allant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valarfax of the royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Allant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force. And the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Okay, so would I like to play the Journey to the Nexus? Yes, I would.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you. So that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
So this is the tutorial level for Demon Souls. And while it's not compulsory, if I can actually complete it without getting myself killed at the end, or at least not getting killed by the mini-boss, I actually get some reasonable stuff to start upgrading things. Okay, so here we are, and this is, as I said, this is the start of the tutorial level now. Yes, we fat roll. First things first, let's just get rid of everything that I'm either not going to use or not going to want. So I'm actually going to move my spear to my left hand. Yep, of course we can't. Okay, so the main reason I'm removing my armour at the minute is because in Demon Souls you don't actually have poise. So just about everything stuns you. Hence it's just not worth it's just not worth fat rolling for. Okay, what have we actually got here? A short spear and a broadsword. And there's that. That's interesting. We have 20 bolts, but we don't actually start with a crossbow. Okay, now time to do something possibly very silly and try and see if I can actually do parries. Oops, oh, I got a partial parry in there. And that fucking tree's in the way. Go! You know, the parry and riposte animations are a lot better in this game. Yeah, again, just another thing that makes me feel that Dark Souls is pretty rushed. Shit. we go. And we are offline, by the way. Those ghosts that you can see are actually developer made. Oh, bollocks. So yeah, they're not actually other players. We got grass, which we use for healing, and which is something that is extremely abused in PvP in this game. Which if I ever do any PvP videos, you'll get to see. Okay. Let's see. No, Dreadlings. Here's our first enemy type. Very predictable, very easy to. Shit. I'm a little bit out of practice. But yeah, they're pretty predictable as far as trying to get a backstab's concerned. Because they'll just run at you like that and jump. Pretty much 9 times out of 10. Hence, you can pretty much just sprint straight at them and you'll run past them and backstab. Okay, so there's nothing else here to get. So let's carry on. Touch Heartstone, up to new area. Strava Boletaria. We'll actually be seeing him soon. Or at least next episode. Okay, so here we are. And there we are, another partial parry, which is something that you might see quite a bit in this. Because they seem to be a lot more common in Demon Souls than they were in Dark Souls. So this game is a little slightly less forgiving. And now we'll see if I can parry this guy. Yes, I can. And these knights are, well, they're not quite the equivalent of the Black Knights in Dark Souls, but they can still do some pretty nasty damage to you if you give them half a chance. See, it's the red eye ones that are really dangerous. Now this part of the tutorial is actually teaching you that you can break a player's guard, well, a player or an enemy's guard by two-handing your weapon and hitting their shield. If you have enough stamina, of course. Oh! I've inflicted bleed. Bleed is effective, pretty much the same as how poison works in Dark Souls. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. And yes, you can do that in PvP. Although, in fact, it's a lot more advisable in this game than it is in Dark Souls. Since spamming the R1 button is actually a much more viable option considering the no poise situation. Because if they attempt to parry and they fail, you can pretty much stun lock them to death. And there are some weapons that are notorious for their ability to stun lock, like the Maiden Hammer. Now, let's see. Let me see. What else should I do? My character build that I'm going to attempt to go for in this, I am going to try and go for a quality build, which means I will probably be going 31 strength and 50 dexterity, which is, well, 50 is the point that strength and dex scaling actually cap on this game, and not 40 like Demon Souls bollocks. This is not boding well for my ability to win against the boss. So I'll just load this up. Half moon grass. Okay. So here we go. First boss, who you might actually recognise since he is pretty much identical to the Asylum Demon and other such bosses. Oh shit, I don't like this. Because this guy can pretty much one-shot you if you're unlucky. The general key is to stay under his left arm. Oh no, that's his right arm, sorry. That way he can't hit you with his axe. Or you can just get right up and get him to spam that ash drop move. But yeah, as long as you just keep under his axe arm, he can't actually injure you. So yeah, he's not too difficult. Unless he fucking does that and wedges himself into a wall. Oh, when did I lose my lock on? Oh, shit. So... boss AI is pretty much just as easy to abuse in this game as it is in Dark Souls. In fact, some of the bosses are much easier to cheese your way through as well. Probably won't actually be doing that because where's the fun in that? So here we are, this is the area that you get to if you can beat Vanguard. And we've got our first glimpse of one of the later bosses. In fact, this is the annoying boss that's basically the Bed of Chaos fight in this game. Which means, you know, tedious and very annoying. It might be worth getting second chance and abusing that just to get through the annoyances of this boss. But for now we'll just pick up all our upgrade materials and finish the tutorial. So we will have a cutscene and I will get my first death of the game. There we go.
drawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect into another.
You have died and the Nexus trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. However, by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your physical body. Now, by what? That means if you look at my life gauge, it's actually currently in half. Since, well, this game's equivalent to Hollow, which means that basically we get half-life. Okay. Let's just have a quick tour here before we go into the first thingy. Level. Here we are.
Well, you slipped through the
You should
fissure
recognise
too,
this
didn't
guy.
You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria?
Okay, so
You came for demon souls?
it
Or to
pretty
save
much
this
does
land and be
what the knight in Firelink does, and
It's
just
all
sits
the
there
same.
and sits
We're
there and
welcome.
sits there until he dies. Okay, so the first guy as we talk to, here we are,
You new here?
our first blacksmith.
Here for my
In
services?
fact, he's one of only 2, I
Name's
believe, if I
Baldwin.
remember correctly.
Just an ordinary blacksmith. It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
Okay, so he will pretty much do exactly what you'd expect a blacksmith to do. He can upgrade our weapons, upgrade our shield, repair, buy equipment, which is, well, the only thing I'd really buy it from him normally is the heater shield, since he has 100% block. But yet again, this is a no shield playthrough, so that's not going to be important.
Do come back alive. I
Okay,
need your
around
business.
here we have
Oh my. How has this happened?
faith
God
teachers, if I
abandoned us,
believe
refusing
correctly.
to show proper respect to King Alan?
Some of these people will
Oh,
teach you
Massa.
miracles and such. He's not here at the minute, but very soon. Let me see. Yep, this is where your spell teachers will eventually pop up as well. And there's a bit of stuff going on there. And finally, the most important NPC in this area, Stockpile Thomas.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
Okay, so here's basically just the bottomless box in this game. And that is important because in this game you can actually only carry so much on your character's person, unlike Dark Souls where you can just carry unlimited things. And everything you carry weighs you down, as you can see, item burden. And once you hit the maximum item burden you can't pick anything else up, which makes it really important to drop anything that you're not using in here.
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you.
Okay, so for now that pretty much concludes my first episode. Next episode we will be venturing into the first level of the game. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you